being shown. Please wait. Yeah, so slide is visible to you all, presentation.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to start this class. Topic of the day will be, first we will discuss about psychology as a science. It means as it is in your syllabus that how you can say that psychology, this subject is a science. So we will discuss in first heading. Second, if we are saying that psychology is a science, or psychology have a scientific temperament or scientific approach. So what are the different characteristics? What are the different characteristics that are responsible to say that psychology is a science? We will discuss. And in third point, we will discuss about the scientific method on psychology. Sorry, it has been written on, it is in use of scientific method in psychology. Okay. So please wait for 1 minute. Okay, so first we are saying that, so if psychology is a science, so what will be the meaning of science actually? Hmm? Science means, for example, science, there are various science, physical science, natural sciences are there, social sciences are there, medical sciences are there. So first we have to define, or first we have to understand the meaning of science. It means, as it is in slide A and B point, so science means an organized way of studying things and finding answers to the questions. It means you have a question in your mind, and now you are going to investigate that topic in a organized way. In organized way means, for example, first there will be a question, there will be a question in your mind, then you will do some homework, you will do a survey of research or related research, we can say. After that survey or after the review of literature, you will set your research methodology. Research methodology means, for methodology we can say that how you will investigate, how you will collect data, then after collecting data, how you will analyze that data. So science means an organized way of studying things or investigate the different things and finding answers of your question or finding answers of your curiosities. Science involves actually critical thinking. Critical thinking means it is a process that uses certain skills to solve problems. So this is the definition of science. There are various characteristics. There are different characteristics of science. We will use in the next slide. For example, these are the basic characteristics of science or qualities of science. Like first is objectivity, second is verifiability, third is systematic exploration or systematic investigation, fourth is reliability, we can say, fifth accuracy, and sixth predictability. It means we can say that this is the quality of generalization. So objectivity, as we have discussed, the science, an organized way of studying things or investigate different things or research topics and finding answer to the question. So first is objectivity. Actually, scientific knowledge is objective because it is a systematic collection of data or systematic analysis of data. So objectivity simple means the ability to see and accept facts as they are. If you are doing a study on a topic that how will be 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, so there will be answer. It means there is a fixed answer for this phenomena. So it is scientific in nature, not as one might wish to. be there. It means no, it means there must not be any bias or any beliefs or any wishes or values that affect the topic or that affect the results. So to be objective, one has to guard against his own biases, beliefs, wishes, values, and preferences. So, objectivity demands that one must set aside all sort of the subjective consideration and prejudices. So, objective knowledge means that is based on facts and figure, not based on beliefs, not based on values, and not affected by our personal judgment. Second is verifiability. Verifiability means the second quality of science must be that should be verifiable. It means today if you are doing any research and after 1 year anybody want to verify that research or reply get that research. So your this knowledge have this feature verifiability. Science rests upon sense data gathered through our senses, eye, ear, nose, tongue, and touch. So scientific knowledge is based on verifiable evidence. It means after 1 year, after 2 year, after 5 year, anybody may do same research. So he may conduct research for the verification of your previous research. In other words, sometimes it is known as replication. Replication means anybody want to replicate. So that is the second quality of science. So first objectivity means again I am repeating. Objectivity means information must be based on must be bias free, belief free, and your personal wishes free. Third is systematic exploration. Systematic exploration means step by step investigation of the phenomena of an or any incident, or we can say on any topic. So a scientific research adopts a certain sequential procedure or system. I will explain in next slide. For example, I will explain this slide after qualities or after the characteristics of psychology. So it is this scientific research adopts a certain sequential procedure and on organized plan. Organized plan means pre-decided plan. We can say that in other words, we can say that design of your research. It means how you will conduct your research, how you will collect data. है So analysis of facts about problem under study. Generally, this plan include a few scientific steps like formulation of hypothesis, as I will discuss in next slide, collection of facts, analysis of facts. In this analysis of facts, classification of data, coding of data, and tabulation of data. It means this is the systematic exploration. Fourth is reliability. Scientific knowledge or scientific results are very scientific in nature. It means they must be reliable. For example, if you are conducting an experiment today, so today in laboratory condition, and again anybody want to conduct this experiment same in the lab, so your data is reliable or not. So scientific knowledge must occur under the prescribed circumstances, not once but repeatedly. It means you can repeat many times. You can replicate many times. Some words we will use repeatedly, replication, all these. It is reproducible under the circumstances, stated anywhere and anytime. Conclusion based on casual recollections are not very reliable. So you can take an example of reliability. Actually, your wall clock that is hanging on the wall of your room. So right now, for example, this is the time. We can say 12:32. This is the time. So at the same time tomorrow, this clock is giving same time 1232 or no. So we can say that if it is giving daily repeatedly same time, this is reliability. So reliability factor is also there in the characteristics of science. Fifth point, we can say accuracy. Scientific knowledge is accurate. Why it is accurate? Because it has been investigated with a systematic procedure or with a systematic uh, exploration, we can say. A physician, like a common man will not say that the patient has slight temperature or having very high temperature, but after measuring with the help of thermometer, he will pronounce that the patient is having 101.2 at temperature. So accuracy factor is there in science. Six, we can say that predictability, or in other words, we can say that generalization. Actually, scientists do not merely describe the phenomena being studied. Okay, I'm repeating the goals of psychology again here, as we have discussed in previous classes. So scientists do not merely describe the phenomena. This is the first goal of psychology or of the subject being studied, but also attempt to explain and predict as well. It means prediction is there. First goal of psychology was description, explanation. Second goal, explanation. Third was prediction, control. Okay. So all these four goals are also covered under this subject. So we can say that scientists do not merely describe the phenomena or incident being studied, but also attempt to explain and make prediction as well. It is typical to of social sciences that they have a far lower predictability compared to natural sciences. So these are the basic or main characteristics of science. We can say that why we are doing a study, that what is science, what is the meaning of these slides, that in psychology we are doing a study about what is science, what are the factors of science, because in psychological studies we will use scientific method in psychological studies, or tomorrow when you will do some experiment or you will do some research project, that you will use a scientific method. So after what is science, after the main characteristics of science, I am coming on use of scientific method. All these characteristics create a method for conducting any research, that is known as scientific method. Please wait for 1 minute. Okay, now we are coming on a use of scientific method in psychology. We have discussed in detail that what are the main characteristics. So scientific method means how you are scientifically investigating the phenomena or personality characteristics of human behavior. So scientific method is essentially a step-by-step process. Here, there is a need of understanding. This is a step-by-step process that researcher or investigator, we can use two terminologies, researcher and investigator, can follow to determine if there is some type of relationship between two or more variable. Here we are using the terminology variables, but we can use phenomena or we can use incident. Or so through this method, we try to find out the relationship between two phenomena or relationship between two variables. For example, in example I have written, that effect of study hours on learning. It means if you are doing study 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, so what is the impact of this experiment will be on your learning or will be on your exam grade. So through scientific method, a psychologist or a social scientist try to find out the relationship between two variables or between two phenomena in a scientific manner or in a scientific way. What is that way? I will discuss also. For example, there is an example in slide, effect of study hours on learning. Here are two variables actually. First is hours, HOURS. It means your study hours. Independent variable. What is independent variable? We will discuss in next classes. And learning dependent variable. Why this is dependent variable or dependent phenomena? Because it is depending on your study hours. Your learning is depending on your study hours. Those are independent variable or those are independent phenomena. So uh, through scientific method we try to find out the relationship between these two phenomena. And relationship means there may be a positive relationship and there may be negative relationship also, and there may be a zero relationship. In your syllabus later we will discuss about this phenomena, what are the different types of relation or correlation which we study in psychology. Okay, so now I'm coming on this diagram. This diagram actually will define the scientific method properly or in a good manner. As in previous slide, we have discussed about the main characteristics of science: objectivity, verifiability or replication, systematic exploration, reliability, accuracy, and generalization. So we will use scientific method to define any phenomena. In scientific method, here the first step, or we can say that origin of the question, or first you ask a question, there will be problem statement, there will be a question in your mind, or there will be a question, curiosity to know about phenomena or to know about the different relationship. Now, for example, this example, how study hours affect our learning, or how your health affect your study hours. If you are healthy, so your learning will be good or not. So there is a question. This is the scientific research actually. First, you will have a question in your mind. Then after that, you will do some background research. How you will do background research? You will do background research through internet sources, through journals, different types of journals means where research paper published monthly or quarterly or yearly. Then construct a hypothesis. The meaning of hypothesis variable I will also discuss in the next class. So here you will make a hypothesis. You can take this example, effect of study hours on learning. So it was a question in your mind that study hours affect our learning or not. Then you have done some background research, or you have gone through a review of literature from internet sources, from journals, from magazines, from books. Then you developed a hypothesis. Hypothesis means you have made a prediction before conducting research that study hours affect our learning system significantly. Or you can say that there is a positive correlation between study hours and learning. Or you can also say that there is a negative relationship between study hours and learning. So it is your hypothesis. Means before conducting an experiment, before conducting experiment, you have made a result. Then for in the construction of hypothesis, you will use some experimental data as this chart is showing. You will use some experimental data becomes background research for your project. Okay. After that, in fourth number, after constructing hypothesis, you will do an experiment, or you will test these phenomena in laboratory conditions or without laboratory conditions. Because in experimental studies, there are two types of experiment. Laboratory based, it means when we do experiment in labs, that is called laboratory experiments. And when we do experiment in the field, we call them field experiments. So both types of experiment you can choose as per the requirement of your topic. Here, where you will do test, you will troubleshoot procedure carefully, check all the steps. After that, procedure working, yes or no. It means it is related to the test or experiment or not. So here you can make troubleshoot, or you can make you can make some change in your methodology. Okay. After that, you will analyze the data and draw some conclusion. You will analyze the data and you will draw some conclusion on the basis of test, on the basis of hypothesis. So there are two types of results, we can say. Result aligned with hypothesis and results aligned partially or not on the with hypothesis. So you will do a analysis of results here. Your results may be positive, or your results may be partially positive or negative, we can say that. Okay. In last step of scientific methods, you will communicate your results to your clients or to your students. For example, in previous slide, as we have discussed about predictability, it means this is generalization aspect of your research. So in this way, you will use this method. You will use the scientific method for investigation, or for to study the different phenomena or different kinds of behavior of individuals in society. I think it is clear. I'm coming again.